So, I show you a do-it-yourself method. Perfect if you felt like there wasn't enough practice in my free workbook. We are working digitally here, but don't worry if you don't have a digital table. I will give you some tips at the end of the video, so you don't have to buy expensive equipment. If you remember, I introduced you to Johnny the stick figure a few videos back. He's been sleeping until now, but he's back now. If you have downloaded the free workbook and practice a bit, you probably already know him well. If not, no worries, you can still download it below this video. And if you haven't seen that video yet, it's right at the top of your screen. Feel free to check it out. It really helped me in my own development, so I think you will find it useful too. If you want to create your own poses, you definitely shouldn't skip today's video. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. For this method I chose some characters from the Naruto, but you can transform any character into stick figure. Anime, cartoons, movies, whatever you like. It's really simple. I personally use a sketchbook application and the free version of Adobe Fresco. But for this video, let's stick with sketchbook. That said, you can use any app that support lawyers. You don't have to use the ones I use. I will be showing you two poses, one easier and one more advanced. Let's start with the easier one. First step. Open your reference image and reduce its opacity a bit, then create a new layer. Second step. On the new layer, mark the shoulder, elbow and knee joints with small circles, just like I am doing. Step 3. Then add another layer for the action line, shoulder line and hip line. Fourth step. On the next layer, use a pencil tool to sketch the main parts like chest, waist, hands and limbs. Don't worry yet about the overlaps part, just draw freely however it's easier for you. Step 5. The final layer is where I use a stronger tool like the inking pen. Fade the sketch layer to make it less distracting, then return to the final layer and draw the cleaned up version. This time paying attention to overlaps and details. You are basically redrawing the pose while fixing anything that looks off. Once you are done, hide all the layers except the final one and that one with the action shoulder and hip lines. Here are 3 bonus tips. 1. Make sure you are always working on the correct layer. That active 1 should be where you are drawing. 2. Use a different color for the action shoulder and hip lines so they stand out from the rest of the character. 3. The limbs like hands and feet don't need to be detailed, just scribble them in roughly unless they are the focus on the pose, which they will be in the next example. Drawing hands is a whole topic on its own. For the next character, you already know the method. It's the same as before, just with a more extreme pose. 1. Shoulder, elbow and knee points, action lines, sketch and final version. In this drawing I focus more on the hands because of the perspective. When you are drawing a pose like this, feel free to loosely outline the hand like I did. We will dive deeper into hand drawing in a future video. And now the tips I promise for those without a drawing table. 1. You don't need an expensive table. I just I use an XP pen, and you can find small screenless models for around $30-60. 2. If you have a phone or tablet with a stylus, you can draw on that. There are free apps available for both Android and iOS, and if you don't have a stylus, you can buy a universal one, great for getting started. 3. A bit trickier, but it works. Use your mouse. Stick figures aren't a high detailed drawing, so it's totally okay to use a mouse or even a laptop touchpad. 4. This one's unusual but effective. Print out a few characters in different poses in black and white or light grey, and draw Johnny over them using markers with the same method I showed. And finally, I recommend checking out the next video that YouTube has probably already suggested. Sorry. Once you are done here, grab a blank sheet or your sketchbook, start practicing poses using the characters you created.